Hey guys, this is Justin Gresham from Angry Cat Outdoors. I've had a lot of questions on different ways to rig these Angry Cat bobbers and use different techniques. The first one I'm going to show you today is how I like to fish for flatheads in log jams on the river or shallow water in the lakes, maybe even submerged structure in a lake. First thing you're going to need is a bobber stop, a good bobber stop. There's lots of bobber stops on the market. I've tried all of them on braid and man, nothing really works good. What I found to be best on braided mainline is these string style bobber stops. First thing to do, slide that knot onto the tube, or slide the tube from the knot onto your mainline. And then before you take that tube off, take a piece of rubber band. I think I bought 5,000 of them for $1 at Dollar General. Push that piece of rubber band into the tube along with your main line, and then slide the knot off onto both the rubber band and your main line. Tighten that knot down. Now you have your traditional bobber stop with a rubber band in between your braided line and your main line. Trim off your excess. There's your bobber stop. The next thing you're going to need is a little bead. The ones that come with the bobber stops. They're a little smaller. They won't slide up over your knot in case the inside of a larger bead wallers out. Put your small bead on. Then I'll throw a larger bead on. Then the bobber. Thing that's nice about these bobbers, there's nothing inside to catch your line on. Completely clear. Once you start that braided line in it, it drops right down through. There's nothing for it to hang on. You don't have to fight getting it on there. Then I'll throw another big bead on. And next is my weight. Now, one of the bigger problems with fishing for flatheads in brush piles is having enough weight to keep your bait from swimming too far away or pulling your bobber into the log jam. With the Angry Cat bobber, you can use, on the 4-inch side, you could use up to 10 ounces of weight if you need to. I'll normally run about a 5-ounce egg sinker or a 3-ounce egg sinker, bank sinker. They both work good, depending on the size of the bluegill I'm using. If I'm going to use a bluegill that's bigger than my hand, I'm going to run a 5-ounce egg sinker. Another bead to protect my knot. Now this time on this bead, I like to use these little pony beads. They have a larger inside diameter, which will actually go over the knot. I got these from BigRedsBait.com. You could probably get them from other sources, but Trevor's good to me. Order from BigRedsBait.com. Slide that little weight on. Now I need a swivel, standard barrel swivel. Now I'm going to use, for this, a Palomar knot. It's one of the strongest knots you can use and one of the easiest to tie. Make a loop, overhand knot, put my swivel back through the loop. Get it wet, pull it tight, cut off my excess. To that swivel goes my snelled hook. That's an 8/0 octopus circle that I just snelled onto a leader line. Same thing, I'm running a Palomar knot on the other side of the swivel with my leader. When I'm catfishing, when I'm flathead fishing, I'll run that leader a lot shorter. That limits how far that bluegill can swim when I'm fishing in tight cover. Cut off my tag line. And there's my rig. Now, if I'm going to fish in a foot of water, 2 feet of water, with a live bluegill, this is the rig I'm going to use. But if I'm going down river and I'm marking brush, if I mark a log jam and I mark a flathead under the log jam with my side imaging, that log jam's sitting over 8 feet of water and that fish is sitting just off the bottom in 7 feet of water, I'm going to want to go up current just a little bit. That bobber stop we tied on earlier, I'm going to move that bobber stop up to where my bobber is going to hit that stop in 7 feet of water. Then I'm going to let this bobber drift right down into that log jam with a short leader so that that bluegill can only move that far away from that weight. Stay tuned, I'll show you another way to rig this bobber up. Thanks, guys.